Yourself. You cunt.
Whoa, dude.
God!
There goes the there goes the money for the show.
I mean, we get
instantly demonetized.
We get demonetized immediately for every show because we use some copywritten something every fucking episode.
Yeah.
I know, but I want to
We're
drop.
not in it for the money. We're in it because we want sponsorships that will give us money.
Well, I did get a letter in the mail that says, according for my benefits, it was like, according to our records, you no longer work for Walmart. So I think I got fired.
This is your ferret dying all over again.
Yeah.
Why would you bring that up?
Because it's relevant. She knows what I'm talking about.
Yes.
Well, at least we found your wallet.
Yeah, that's nice.
Dude. Yeah, absolutely.
Dude, absolutely.
How you guys sleeping?
Yes.
I've been staying up until like 3 a.m.
So not great.
Yeah.
What you been doing?
It might be someone's fault.
Well,
It turns out, I mean, we've been hanging out for like 1.5 years now, over that. And it turns out Alex has exquisite taste in things. And
Hell yeah.
wait, do we have Infinite Corridor?
let's see. I think we are on the corridor.
Okay. He's going forever.
He's going the distance.
Last week,
Great band. Go ahead.
you recommended a video game.
Yeah.
What was it called?
Vampire Survivors.
Okay.
What?
Vampire Survivors is a lovely game.
Yeah.
All right, I downloaded it on Saturday, right?
Yeah.
It wasn't just your input, but I watched NL play it, which
Yeah.
was your input.
Right.
That's the only reason I watched that guy. Northern Lion.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So I watched it and I'm like, oh, dude, this is like Robotron Gauntlet meets Castlevania aesthetics.
Yeah, that's what I was like. It's literally, go ahead. You keep talking.
Mm-hmm. I downloaded it Saturday. It's Wednesday. I checked Steam. I have 40 hours.
Holy fuck.
So I do have a full-time job. It's just playing the game Vampire Saviors. I have a couple of very satisfying images from the game.
Oh, fuck yeah.
I got one of these.
Those are the
A
best.
5-piece money bag.
Oh my god. The 5-piece money bag, yo.
Are those Medusas?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a horde of them.
Yeah. The game, it's so hard to explain because every time I try to explain it to somebody, they're like, yeah, sounds dumb as fuck. And I'm like, it's not though.
It's always funny to me when you guys hype up games and then these are the graphics.
Well, I'm old.
Like Unreal Engine is a thing.
Yeah, I know.
And you guys are going, nah.
Well, that's why so this game
We'll get there.
this game just does such a good job of just it brings out your nostalgia just enough, but then introduces like games of this era's sort of elements, like with these crates. Holy shit. You had the run.
Yeah. I'm just standing there as the old man with a cane.
So much garlic. Oh my god.
The max garlic. I had the Bible evolved.
Yeah,
so
doesn't that the evolved Bible, what does that take to evolve it? What do you need? It's not
the
spinach,
Spellbinder.
right? That's what it is.
Cool. Because when I first started playing, I'm like, Bible will kill you because it stops. And
Right.
You're like, what the fuck?
Right.
You're just gonna leave me hanging, Bible, King
Right.
Bible?
Right.
Fuck you.
Right.
And then it comes back. You're like, well, I'm already dead. But then I found out the secret, and then I had another. I think that was fun. Oh yeah, I did a strategy I called edging.
Oh fuck yeah.
I don't know if you could see it.
Oh my god, you have so
1,
many
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and I kept going. I did like it, and the runs are 30 minutes long. You have to survive for 30 minutes. So at this point in the run, I'm at 23 minutes, and I haven't opened a single box.
And then it's just you're just gasming for the last. That's the best. Oh, that's so funny. Oh,
That's how I ended up getting the 5-piece
right.
money bags because I had leveled everything already.
Right.
And I got the
Oh, my God.
clover.
What level are you in that? I can't even see in that corner. Holy shit, 15,000 kills in that run?
Mm-hmm.
This game, Chris, is literally like you just use WASD
Oh, yeah.
and the game does the killing for you. It's like, have I ever explained like what a bullet hell is?
No.
Okay.
Wait, the corn song?
Yeah. Yep.
Bullet in a box?
So a really like classic bullet hell game is Enter the Gungeon. And that's basically like every room you enter, every boss you fight just like shoots an insane amount of bullets at you. And it's about more about dodging than it is about like just killing. Right?
Like Galaga?
Yeah, that's like a I would say like precursor to a bullet hell is Galaga for
So
sure.
his first library run was busted.
Oh my God, it was
It's
broken.
not an
He had
orb,
that.
it's a chest. Hold on. We just
I unplugged it from the shitter. My bad. That's on me.
Oh, it's for Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, so we could listen to Stacks in my jeans, fan them up in my garage.
Space.
So these hordes just keep coming at you.
Oh, he also turned the volume way down.
Yeah,
On
the computer because Stacks
on
in my
the
jeans.
on the keyboard.
fan them up in my garage.
I
Since
almost
there's
gave the-
4 fucking ways to change the volume because I'm an idiot.
And to think I was upset we only got one thing.
So all he's doing is just WASD. He's just moving around, and the game is
Dude,
doing
this
all
is
of the
legit
shooting
like
for him.
walking on the sidewalk when you have a stroke.
But you have to make all the decisions up
Right.
to this point to make your character more powerful.
like
Right,
just get
and
out
then
of
you're
the
just
way.
essentially killing hordes.
You're like Kanye and Pusha T. God mode.
Man, to the vic-
Oh, yeah.
I did see
yeah,
a
I was
comment. I
like,
saw.
You say the graphics are bad, but it is
here we go
fucking
again.
this guy's computer. It's just not
shooting
running
too
anymore.
Fast, man.
well, and doesn't he like he finds an orb, and that's what
it's
resets
Just
it?
goes
And
all
now I
the
love
gems
Because this is
attract
the
you.
f- Isn't this when he
rides,
gets
but
his
this is
first
just
orb?
giving me a headache. I hear you.
Or I don't know. He gets his first orb
Santa
at some
water
point
level
and
2?
just loses his mind.
Yeah.
King Bible. I mean, come on.
Whatever.
This is how it
King
starts,
Bible.
though. This is how a run starts.
Orbits around. the
Very
player.
slow.
Just chilling.
Look, there it is. It do be orbiting. You're not wrong.
Did you watch any of his
It would-
stream today?
Yeah. No, actually, that was yesterday.
Okay. He played a game today on stream that I think we could play on the show. That would be really fun.
What is it?
It's called I'm not quite sure what it was called, but it's essentially like
Dude, I love the title of that. The online titty milk market.
that's just so
and
funny.
and that's the face.
The face, yeah, that's what's getting
I
me.
love Durs.
Oh, is that Durs?
Yeah, it's from This Is Important. It's Durs,
Ew.
Blake, Adam, and Carl are all on the show.
Got it.
They have their own podcast called This Is Important.
Oh, yes, that's
Yeah.
right.
So the game is you basically like it's a chronological thing,
Mm-hmm.
and you get given like a date or like a person or whatever, and like the year of that time or the year of that event or whatever, and then you start getting additional like your next thing will be like, let's say the first thing is the signing of the Declaration of Independence, right? So it's 1776. And then, or no, that's the Constitution. No, it's the Declaration. I'm fucking dumb. So then,
Tune into the
You're-
history podcast that we also have.
right. So then the next item will be like the death of Franz Ferdinand, right? And then you like would put that after 1776 because it happened after. And
I
then
think it's Franz Ferdinand in the 1976.
Yeah, right. My bad. But so you like it gets harder and harder because you start putting more items onto the timeline. I think the game's called Timeline actually, but then you'll have like something that happened in like 1897 and another thing that happened in like 1899.
Wait, are you describing Deja Vu?
How good was Deja
So
Vu?
How good
good.
was that Deja?
But yeah, a couple of history buffs like us, you could kill that game.
I think it would be really fun because it's
Can
like
you bullshit your way through
I
it?
wish you could. Yeah. Well, some of them are like it's like a biblical character, and you're like,
Well,
yeah.
like what I mean is like, can I bullshit through like I do with sports?
Yeah,
I can pretend I know it. Well, yeah, this definitely happened before
for
this.
sure. I mean, you lose, but yeah, for sure.
Okay, that doesn't seem right, but
Come on. I gotta see. I don't know what the fucking docket is.
Comedy.
This is so annoying. Whatever. I'm
Woo.
bad.
I also played another game.
Well, what's that?
It's called Forza Horizon. Forza 5 Horizon.
The new one?
Yeah,
Oh my god.
that game is gorgeous.
Wait a second.
It's a racing game.
Oh.
Dude, it's
It's got this like big sandbox that you run around or you roll around in. You could do like tricks.
Yeah.
So it's like Skate 3 with cars.
Can I get just a nipple of a tip on the old tit there? Is it moving?
oh, it's called,
Yeah, there we go.
it's
Got it.
called Wiki Trivia, I think is what it's called.
Why not just call it Wivia?
Ooh, somebody's got their brain going fast.
Jace.
So yeah, I've been playing the Forza. So you can get a car and then customize like the paint job and add like vinyl decals and shit, which you've already seen. But I'm gonna show it again.
Oh yes.
Hell yeah, that's my Cortana.
That's your car?
Uh-huh.
I love it.
Mm-hmm. It's got the wood grain.
It's beautiful.
It says poop on the side.
That's so cool.
But it also has a face right here with the unibrow.
Oh.
Some fun teeth.
I love it.
That's my main ride right now.
It's a red.
Because I hate the fast like bars of soap
Yeah.
looking shit. I don't
Super
like-
lame.
This
Like
is my,
you mean
this
like a
is my-
Lamborghini Diablo?
Yeah, I have
Yeah,
one.
fuck that.
I literally gifted it to someone else.
Yeah.
It was like legendary Lamborghini. I'm like, get it out of my inventory.
I don't want that
Piece
shit.
of shit.
Well, you can get like old ass cars. Like very cool old cars. So like I would rather have those anyway.
Is the other side.
I see nothing wrong here.
What's the driver's
there
side?
is-
It's just an accurate descriptor.
There is nothing wrong. That is so funny though. Can you imagine pulling up to a stoplight, you look over to your right, the car is just-
Dude. You know those
Well, there's other players like rolling around in the game.
Well, did you ever see Did you ever see the show Top Gear?
Yeah.
Did you ever see the episode where they had to like drive through the southern United States and they like rode a bunch of like
No, I never saw that.
oh my god, it's so funny. That was their challenge. It was like they had to spray paint like
It was like Die Hard with a
Liberal
vengeance,
shit.
but like the reverse.
yeah, they wrote like, gay pride, all kinds of stuff on their
Yeah.
cars, and then they literally got like chased by people.
Yeah, so
like,
instead
with
of having the
guns.
sandwich board that says "I hate N-words,"
Yeah.
it's like
It's-
I'm gay.
Yeah, literally, and then like people are chasing them through Alabama, and they're like, we drove. At one point, they're like, we drove through Syria, and it was less dangerous than driving through the southern U.S. with "I love Hillary Clinton" on my
Oh
car.
my god.
Oh, they're crazy.
you know how there's those signs that say baby on board?
Mm-hmm.
Should be one that says Gaby on board, and and then it's two dudes fucking, two stick figures banging each other.
We'll start the GoFundMe for that bumper sticker.
Sweet.
Add it to the store, the Teespring. I don't know. Up to you.
Yeah, that's kind of what I want to do with the Casey Redacteds.
It's your store.
So
And that's why I stay up till 3. And TikTok.
Do you ever get that weird, like from TikTok where it's like from at TikTok help or whatever, and you scroll into it and it's like take a break, and you're like,
Oh,
fuck
I
you.
get. I
Yeah,
have
you're
a
like,
record for skipping
"Fuck
that
you."
one. Yeah. Oh, you've been scrolling. No, I have not been scrolling long enough.
You piece of shit, TikTok. This is all your fault.
I don't need you.
So Kim came into my office yesterday and was like,
Like here?
when
Okay.
when are you gonna start piercing? We are living paycheck to paycheck now. And I'm like, what? How are we living paycheck to paycheck? Don't we have? And she's like, don't think about all that other money that we have in the bank. That doesn't exist. I'm like, all right. Okay, I'm doing my best. Just we're paperwork. I give her the spiel. An hour later, she comes in back into the office and is like, "Oh my God, did you see what I just tagged you in?" I'm like, "No, what is it? The fuck is it called? The emo festival that's going on in
with My Chemical Romance,
Paramore. Bring Me the Horizon. They having also
Betrayal,
All American Rejects, Blue Eyes,
Berlin,
and Berlin. Yes.
Gym Class Heroes.
Yeah. Yeah.
I figured.
Or no, not Gym Class Heroes. Jimmy Eat World. For some
okay,
reason, that
they're
made me
great.
think of.
Actually,
Yeah.
Gym Class Heroes can suck my fucking rod.
Yeah. But so she's telling me all these things because the wives of Modified Tattoo had started a group talking about like we should all go as a team. We'll shut down the shop and do a thing. And she was like, and Sam wants to get a cabana. And I'm like, all right, how much is that? So it's $12,000. I'm like, but it's split between 10 people. And I was like, so do we have money or do we not have money? Because you can't come in here and be like, let's buy plane tickets, get the VIPest of the VIP.
Yeah, what the fuck?
And a hotel.
That is $2,000 or $3,000 more than I need to live for a year.
It's ridiculous. Yeah, Jimmy Eat World. Avril Lavigne, Pierce the Veal.
Is she gonna do all of her new Christian stuff? Avril?
Christian stuff.
Doesn't Avril do Christian stuff?
No.
Who am I thinking of?
I have no idea.
What is this reactionary bullshit? Right. Get back
Huh?
here. Boys like girls.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I know.
This is very yesterday.
It is.
Although it could be super progressive, in that maybe they're saying like we're blurring the gender line. Who cares about gender? We're boys, but we're like girls.
How old is this band?
Early 2000s.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and say they're just
Pedophiles.
homophobic,
Damn it.
bioessentialist, reactionaries.
Dance Gavin Dance is a fucking monster of a band. So excited about those dudes. The Wonder Years, We the Kings are fucking sick.
I saw a TikTok of someone.
Dashboard Confessional. I mean, does it get more schwemo?
The caption was like, "What's his face in prison? The guy that was in charge of the fire festival."
Oh,
And then he's like making this poster.
Steve Fire.
Yeah.
I don't.
that fucking guy.
I haven't seen those docs yet.
Really?
I'd like to, but I'm also kind of like I already know the story.
It's fascinating.
I've been watching a lot of docs this week though.
Yeah.
So many docs.
Yeah. But so this is like, if it happens, will be like the gnarliest, because every single band is a headliner
Yeah.
that's on that poster. That's what makes it so
Isn't
fucking
it 3
insane.
stages?
It is.
That's bullshit.
Exactly. So, I mean, if they lump the ones that would make it
Who's going to go to that stage?
exactly. So, like, if they lump all of them, all of the,
You know they're gonna do
like 303, meh, I'd be okay with. I mean, even Boys Like Girls, like, I'm not a huge fan of. Put them all on the same stage.
Because it's like if you go to
They're not gonna do that though.
a metal festival.
They're gonna have day groups, so your 303 is gonna play during the day, but then they're gonna have the head stage or the main stage is gonna have your big headliners up at the top, and those are gonna be on different nights. And then during
No, this is a one-day event, so it's going to be.
you're not gonna get
chaos.
Yeah, you're not gonna get to see everybody though.
I know.
Don't go to this.
which also means their sets are going to be
Shorter.
insanely short.
Yeah,
What a payday though. Good job, guys.
Yeah, they're gonna do like 45 minutes max.
Well, the headliners will be able to just fucking rip ass. So Paramore, My Chemical Romance, Bring Me the Horizon, Bright Eyes, Avril Lavigne, Jimmy Eat World. Those those are all on the main stage, headliners. So they'll have a fucking heyday, which it's got to be kind of a kick in the dick for AFI not to be on the main stage because they're pretty pivotal, hot topic.
I don't even know what AFI is.
No
Even I
way.
know who that is.
Who
But
are
I'm
they?
old.
What does AFI stand for?
Hey, Miss Murder, can I save my life?
Oh,
Emo.
okay, I've heard that song for sure. They were on NHL hockey games.
Ah, makes sense.
That does make sense.
They were the NHL hockey or the NHL like soundtracks for the video games kicked ass.
Yeah.
Kicked ass every year. This year kicks ass.
Rock and Roll Part 2.
No, I wish though.
Not anymore.
My
It's
God.
canceled.
Is there? Oh,
Gary Glitter is not a
yeah.
good
Yeah,
guy.
because Gary Glitter sucks. Which is a bummer, because that song,
Very good.
for having one word,
Hella Jock Jam.
oh my God, don't get me started on Jock Jams. Holy cow. Jock Jams, just play me a little Come Ride the Train.
Hell yeah.
Come Ride It.
I love that song.
Was that on Jock Jams? Yeah, it was. Because like Jock Jams 1 was like, that song was on it. Tootsie Roll was on it. And then they also had like We Will Rock You. It was just like the best blend.
Pump the jam.
Pump up the jam.
Won't there it is.
Pump up my hams.
Whoop, there it is for sure.
Oh, I was hoping today, by the way, this is like total out of left field. But I said the pump up my hams. Mara, is it possible? How do you actually spell the bard's name?
Oh,
Because I would love to just pull up a funniest moments from him.
a compilation.
Yeah.
Very funny.
Because he's got a few lines in that show that would absolutely kill you.
So you watched season 1?
Both.
You watched both. Okay.
Yeah, I'm at the end of season 2. Like literally the last 17 minutes of it.
See, at this point, I'm prone to just like consuming whatever you recommend, but it is a TV show.
Yeah.
I would have to sit there and watch it.
Also started watching what we do in the shadows on Hulu. Holy fucking hell, is that so funny, dude? Also, I started watching MacGruber on Peacock.
Oh, really?
Tell me you guys saw MacGruber the movie. Okay, did you ever
No.
watch the sketches?
No.
The SNL stuff? Okay, it's the only reason it's great is because it's Will Forte.
Yeah.
Because he's easily over the last 20 years, him and Sudeikis, I would say, are like the two most like enjoyable people that
The
have been on.
Falconer. Yeah, I've always been a Forte fan.
And he is brilliant as MacGruber, which, just literally look up like MacGruber sketches and you can just watch them. SNL posts them now.
Oh, okay.
But so there was a movie and it was just like this whole MacGruber like has to kill a guy and the guy's last name was Kunth.
Kunth.
Yeah. But then in the show, he has a new bad guy, and the new bad guy's last name is Queef.
Of course.
Oh, is this the best of?
Yeah, it's a 3-minute compilation.
Oh, this is great.
Is that onion? It doesn't matter. Whatever it is, you smell of death and destiny, heroics and heartbreak.
It's onion.
This is the part where we escape.
This is the part where they kill us.
Oh, Geralt, thank the gods. I might live to see another day. We need to go.
Yes, Gare, you're okay.
Geralt?
Geralt, where are you going? Geralt, don't leave me. Hello?
I'm going to kill the guy who edited this.
Come on, Geralt, tell
This
me.
is like not any of his funny parts.
No.
My singing.
This is horrible. Who edited this?
But this came out in 2018.
Fucking shame. So much shame.
I don't get these. I mean, you could blame TikTok though.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, Yasuke in the show is
Yasuke.
fucking hilarious. He has a line in one of the episodes I just watched where he has a hangover and he says he says something about his head hurts as if it's been squashed between the angry buttocks of a goat. And I was like, that is creative and also fucking hilarious. Yeah.
Does Henry Cavill just kind of suck, or?
No, he's great.
Okay.
He's so good in the show.
Yeah.
It's giving me like Batman vibes.
It seems like it, but it's way more in depth.
Well, and,
especially season 2.
And his like apprehension for showing emotion is explained like heavily. Like the guy can't invest in anything because he kills everything. Like his whole life is just death.
Well, and he's literally a mutant.
And he was sold by his mother into this mutant like religion or whatever you want to call it of being a witcher.
Yeah.
And like it's
like the Freemasons.
Like they like inject the kids with the serum that turns them into witchers, and like 3 out of 10 survive. So like
less than that.
I thought
it's like 3 out of 20.
Oh, but yeah. So like his mom just sold him basically to like probably die.
Did you watch the animated the movie?
No, I haven't watched any other Witcher stuff yet because I wanted to get caught up, and then I wanted to do.
But that's a prequel.
Right. So I wanted to do all of that stuff after I finished the show because I wanted to like get caught up on all the canon stuff, and I know all of it's canon, but like I wanted to just get caught up on the show itself.
I wish that I would have watched the animated thing first.
Oh.
Because it gives such a brutal fucking depiction of.
Well, and the games do a really good job of actually explaining the backstory and stuff too. Like there's a lot of cutscenes in the games that
I feel like I can't hear you.
Oh, my bad. I do a lot. There's a lot of cutscenes in the games that do like an excellent job of like.
Yeah.
And so like, I feel like I was a little bit ahead of the curve on some of it.
But they show like it's dramatized, right? So it's cinematically like just so. Watching these kids drop, is like. Oh, that fucked me up. That whole scene, I was like, oh, God.
Dude, it's a great show.
They sent the first game with my graphics card when I built the computer.
That's fucking awesome.
I coastered it.
Wow.
Didn't play it.
Why did you do that?
Because I didn't want it. And it looked boring as shit.
Okay. Fair.
Let's see what the
But
Metacritic score
I thought
is.
you liked Skyrim and stuff though.
I never played that either. I played Oblivion, which is hilarious.
Oblivion is a funny game, actually.
Oh, I got an 8 out of 10. Never mind.
It's a good game.
I almost. This is a combination of weird words. Alex, have you given your pineapple a name yet?
Well, yes and no. I've thought about names, but I haven't landed on one.
What are we tossing around?
There's a couple of shitty ones, but the good ones I have so far are Goggles, because I think Goggles is pretty good. Goggles the pineapple. And then, I don't know, I just wanted to call it like Bob Ross, because he's got like that chia hair going on.
Yep.
But Smirks was one of them, because he's got a smirk on him. I just think that's really lame. But I think Goggles the pineapple works for me, if it works for you.
It's your character.
Goggles the pineapple. All right. Yeah, we'll go with Goggles then.
Mara, I think you came up with a solid.
Oh, for Nando?
Nando!
It's Nando. Hello, Nando.
It's
hanging out.
It's way better than Goggles.
It's so funny.
Look at his hiney.
I had a guest on.
Tina twerking.
I had a guest on Friday, and she was like, "Oh, that pineapple's cute. What's that one?" And then she was like, "It's getting creepier the more I stare."
Nobody understands poor Nando.
I was like, "Yeah, you should see how long its legs are." She's like, "Oh, I'm getting it."
I'm good, actually. Thanks. So a few true crime documentaries that I watched this week that I think you guys might enjoy.
I love crime.
Crime is I love crime. Crime is fun. So, historically speaking, kind of I would say like sort of
Anti-crime?
No, I'm very pro-crime. Just like anti-true crime, because I'm like, this is like...
He's very happy with himself, like he believes he's funny, which may actually be the most disturbing part.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like, what are we doing here? But there's a few really good ones that really kind of fucked with me. The first one is called The Confession Killer, and I don't know.
Like a church thing?
No. It's about a guy who commits murder and hates himself so much for having done it that he confesses to like 300 murders.
Jesus.
Hoping to get the death penalty so that he can go to heaven to be with the woman he killed because he loved her. But they don't give him the death penalty because he lied.
It's quite the gambit.
Right. But then he sucks all these people in thinking that he committed all these murders, and then those murders go unsolved because he lied about them, and the shitty cops were like, well, he said he did it, so... This is, like, insane to me. There's another one called, oh, shit. The Innocent Man. And that one, even more shitty cop stuff happening in that one. But two guys get, like, framed for the murder of one girl, even though 2 years prior, a very similar murder occurred, and they like basically ignore the fact that these two guys like had an alibi for the first murder, and they pin the second murder on them. And they say in their confession that there was a third guy there, but that guy has an alibi, so he couldn't have possibly been there. So then they're like, well, fuck that. We're just not going to include that in our prosecution. We're just not going to tell the jury that there was this third guy in their confessions. But then you find out as the show's going on that the confession from the guy who like framed everything, or who basically like came forward and told the truth about everything, was a week after they first brought him into questioning, and he was like, yeah, I didn't fucking do this. And they like told him all the details of the murder, all the details that they had on the case. And then during that week, he had a nightmare, and he told them when he came in to be questioned the second time, like, I had a dream about this. And they were like, tell us about your dream. And then his dream is what they used as his confession. Fucked. So fucked. Dude, they're insanely good shows. And then just really, like, you get sucked in. It's like one of those where, like, the first episode, you're like, yeah, we get it. She got raped. Or whatever, you know? And you're like, stab wounds to the neck. Okay. But then, like, by the second episode, you're like, all right, I'm in. This is fucking wild. And then the last one was The Pharmacist. If you guys haven't seen that one is probably the most, like, gut-wrenching of the three of them.
Is that the guy who like killed people via?
No.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, but it's not. It's like the pharmacist is the good guy in this.
I thought it was like they were replacing people's prescriptions with like Viagra.
Everyone around the town is just walking around rock hard,
dying of heart attacks.
Just so many erections lasting more than 4 hours. No, so this guy, they call him it's called The Pharmacist because the main guy is a pharmacist, and his son gets killed in like a crack deal in the like upper 9th precinct or whatever it's called in New Orleans. And the like New Orleans County Sheriff or whatever it is.
Wait, is that the 9th district?
That's what it is. Yeah. New Orleans 9th district, I think is what it's called. Which is like a very shooty part of town. So his son is down there like buying drugs, and then he gets killed, and the dad like is like, what? Who did this or whatever? And NOPD is like, we don't know, and he's like, but find out or something, and they're like, nah.
And then Mark Norman's like, comedy.
Yeah, and so like the police department just basically gives up on it. And then he does all the investigating and finds a witness, and then
I think you've told me about this.
Maybe, but like he finally like gets her to like essentially like tell her story, and then they catch the kid that did it, and the dad or like the pharmacist guy is like, I forgive you for doing this. Like to the boy, he's like, it's okay. Like, I understand, like, why you did it, but, like, you need to be honest about having done it because, like, this is how my son gets retribution, you know, whatever, blah, blah. And you're like, I'm fucking rooting for this guy. Like, what a good man. And then when he goes back to work is like right when the opiate boom was happening in New Orleans. And so he's like seeing all these people coming in and getting prescriptions for opiates, like for Oxycontin. And they're like, I just got some back pain. And he's like, you probably don't need Oxycontin. Like, you could take like Motrin, and that might do it. And they're like, no, I need the Oxy. And he's like, I don't feel good about filling out these prescriptions.
But there was a commercial about a grandma being able to play with her kids again.
Right. And then they find out that there's this doctor down in New Orleans that her clinic only operates from like 9 p.m. at night to 3 a.m. in the morning. And she's filled like...
Wait. Is this a witch doctor? Because New Orleans...
They find out it's a pill mill, basically. And she pumps out like... it's in the millions of actual pills in a year. And like... she's literally like just breaking so many laws. And then the guy, the pharmacist, is like trying to tell the police, like, hey, this is bad shit happening. And they're like, yeah, we know, fuck you, or whatever. Like, we can't help you.
Like, where do you think we get our pills from?
Right.
Shut the fuck up.
There's like literally New Orleans police officers in this doctor's office, like as like guards, because there's a bunch of addicts coming in there trying to get their... People are sleeping there for like 3 days at a time waiting to get their prescriptions filled.
Jesus.
And like she only takes cash. And like one of the guys that he works with to sort of like uncover the details on it is a printer repair guy during the day. So he like goes in to do his job to repair a printer at this office. And he's like, yeah, I got to get... It's like $400 or whatever for the job. And like the secretary comes out with like 2 bottles of pills. She's like, here you go. And he's like, yeah, my boss is going to be expecting $400. So the secretary like goes in the back, and then a police officer walks out holding the like pill bottles, and he's like, you're going to take this and you're going to go. And he's like, I feel like this is against the rules. I don't know if you're allowed to do this. So like he literally just got paid an Oxycontin. It is.
I mean, what's the street...
I mean, I'm looking for a job.
Exactly. What's the street value on
Well,
these
that was
guys?
the thing is like most of the people that were going in there were just flipping their prescriptions because you would pay $200 cash for the visit and then you automatically got Oxycontin.
I forget, was this in the 90s? No,
this is early 2000s.
Yeah, that's right. Okay.
It was like right before Katrina.
Yes.
And so, yeah, like this, like dudes are like going in there, paying $200 and $250, whatever it is for their visit. Then they're leaving with a bottle of 40 Oxycontins, but they're like the mega Oxycontins, basically, like the super ones that are like, X amount of milligrams of methadone in them. And so they're selling them like per pill, like $50 a pill. Because people are, all you had to do essentially was get the outer coating off the pill, and then you could like chop them up into powder. And then you would sell like little dime bags, or like you would take a dime bag worth of Oxy, and then that would last you because they were like long lasting pills. They're supposed to last 12 hours,
right?
A pop. So like people were only doing like little bumps of Oxy to basically get them through the day. So you could sell a whole bottle of pills for like $600.
That sounds fucking rad.
And the whole time I'm thinking like, this is capitalism at its best.
I would move there and open up my laxative store.
Oh,
my denture business.
could you imagine?
Line out the door. You have 2 lines. You have a line out the door and then another line out the back door to your on-site porta potty.
No, it would be, what are the hydroclonics?
Veneers.
Is that where you get... Wait, what?
Did you say veneers?
Yeah, some nice veneers. You don't want to look like you have an addiction.
That's what you sell. You just sell fake. You don't even do the dentistry work. You just sell fake teeth and shit pills.
Dude, that would be hilarious. So laxatives and your veneers? Man,
it'll give you your shit-eating grin back.
Oh, come on. Do we need the scoreboard again?
It'll be a shit-taking grin?
Yeah.
God damn.
That's very good. That's very funny.
It's way funnier than the thing I was going to say.
So very funny.
I had a question, though. Like, why did the one guy think he needed to confess to 300 murders
I know.
in order to get the death penalty?
Okay. If you
I
look
think
at
one murder.
If you look at a picture of the guy, just to pull up the confession killer. I forget what the guy's name is. Otherwise, I'll just tell you to look him up directly. This guy
He's so funny.
This guy didn't do a lot of mental math in his time.
He's did you watch Bill Hader and the fuck is that dude's name?
Go down. You can see the lack of teeth in
Holy shit, that looks like
that guy.
I got a store for it. Look at his shirt.
I know.
Where do I get it?
That guy has not done a lot of mental math in his time.
This shirt is from 1979.
If you go back though,
Okay.
he looks like in some of those photos like the Lord Voldemort guy that we were talking about. Like in
Yeah, he does.
right? The black and white one down. He's got Voldemort face.
He does have Voldemort face.
Yeah, I see it. I have to mentally erase the nose.
Yeah.
Cool guy.
He's
300.
He's hard to look at.
It's a lot of research just to confess.
But so Bill Hader.
Well, they would bring up new cases to him. They'd be
oh,
like, "Did you do
what
this?"
about this one? Like,
Yeah, and he's like, "Yeah, I did that." And
this
they're
one
like-
happened at the same time as this. Like, can I say I'm talented?
Well, at one point, like they literally ignore the fact that he commits murder in one place, and then less than 12 hours later commits murder 1,200 miles away. And they're like, "Yeah, he's got a fast car." I
Send
guess.
him to heaven, man.
Right. Like,
They're like, well, my sister-in-law or my niece's quinceañera is this weekend, so we got to wrap this case up. Jim Dale, do you think you could?
Jim Dale. I forget what the guy's name is, but it is very much like. What did you say? Like, this is 2 years ago, probably on the podcast, but I think you said Jim and Tom, and I was like,
No, it was Jim Dale,
and Bob Tom or something.
and then something like that.
Henry Lee Lucas. That guy, he was destined to have fewer teeth than a full set.
Killed his teeth.
They spelled cousin fucker all weird.
Instead of I am Lord Voldemort, he spells out cousin fucker. Which, by the way, have you guys ever heard the theory on Tom Marvolo riddle? Because that's like,
This is a pro LGBT podcast.
hell yeah. Wait, did I say something not
It's
that?
just Harry Potter. It's a
Ah,
Rowling thing.
sorry,
No, go on.
Sorry. Well, this is actually a Rowling-less theory because
Did you watch the reunion?
I've watched about half of it.
So here's the funny thing. I think that all of the cast were like, we don't want to see her.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
they didn't use
They used like old footage of her.
from
That rules.
2019.
Yeah.
I'm sure Emma Watson was like, oi, cunt. No.
Yeah, for sure. I just love that like they did this whole like everybody's back, and then they were like, who created this?
Every single person's
Yeah.
here.
Who created this whole thing? Who gives a fuck is what I say. But
There's
so
a spell for that.
so so his name is Lord Voldemort, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Tom Marvolo Riddle is his original name.
Mhm.
Like that's his actual name, right? So there's this
So close to Tom Morello, by the way.
Yeah. So there's a whole theory about like how he got to Voldemort, and it's that like he was so self-obsessed that he was like writing down and like is it an anagram?
Anagram,
Yeah,
yeah.
anagrams of his name, and he got I am Lord, and then he just with the remaining letters together, he came
Yeah,
up
like a
with
Scrabble board.
he came up with Voldemort. So it's just like this is what it has to be. So,
I do love that.
yeah, that's why I was like, that's great. Like, if that's the origin of Lord Voldemort, I'm so for it. Tom Marvolo,
yeah.
I am Lord.
What's left here?
Tormavad? No, that's not going to work.
That would be a great sketch.
Yeah, for sure.
Because he's clearly talking to a weird version of himself when he's figuring this shit
He's
out.
trying to get, he's like, man, I am a lord? Like, what can I
Right.
do here?
I just think that's so funny. Because, like, they never explain that part. There is no explanation. It's just he starts off as he who must not be named, and then he's Lord Voldemort, and then he's Tom Riddle, and then at the end of the second one,
Yeah,
he's
like,
like, my middle name is Marvolo.
Yeah.
And you're like, Marvolo? Yeah. And he's like, he writes his name
If
with
only
his...
there was a creator that we could ask. but no one knows who that is.
Yeah, I know.
They're dead to me.
Tragic.
It's a bummer.
I also don't love that they have kept her on board to write the.
Well, how could you not?
What do you mean?
Like, it's her thing.
I know, but like, buy her out. I mean, buy her
It's
out.
just funny to people still defending her. It's like she said penis individual recently. It's the most turf thing that's ever happened.
Yeah, I don't.
And the insinuation, she was insinuating that women cannot possibly rape. Impossible, definitionally.
Women cannot.
Correct, yeah. Because the tweet was like, that penis individual who raped you is a woman.
What?
As if it matters.
Clearly, she has not watched face-sitting porn because...
If we're talking rape.
Dude, that's waterboarding.
Actually, speaking of which...
Imagine some dude's like a woman is like aggressively like, whoa, I'm not going to get hard. And then she like leaps.
That's how we should have waterboarded those people.
Actually, come to think of it.
Because it's got the sexual thing in there now, too.
Yeah.
Come to think of it, the best way to waterboard them is have a dude sit on their
Indeed,
face.
come to think of it.
That is... I'm just drowning in the ass juice.
I got it.
You're on board.
I'm there. I'm on waterboard.
I'm hard. What?
So I watched Eternals.
It's not pee.
Walking in on your roommate masturbating. Hot. I love that clip so much. What were we talking about? Have you guys seen Deja Vu?
Yeah. I mean, still, shout out to the Tampa Bay Bucks. Tom Brady, youngest quarterback to win the Super Bowl.
Is that true?
Yeah. I know this because on Hey Babe, they do the same shtick, like the whole Deja Vu shtick. They do the shout out to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers almost every episode. And I would be remiss if I didn't also mention Patrick Mahone, who I don't fucking know. Mahomes.
Yeah, his brother Jackson Mahomes, real piece of shit. He's famous. Oh, go ahead.
That just reminded me.
Not relevant. Totally. Viewers, look up Jackson Mahomes. Piece of shit.
Picture.
Okay, so when I looked up, or when I was going through, so I'm still going through episodes, which, by the way, were so fucking funny that it's like, there's gonna be
like 10 people have seen it.
It's gonna be like 6 episodes. I don't know what happened like last year that people were like, woof. This year they're like, nah. Anyways, going through the episodes, and there's an episode with you and me, and you were doing a Chris tier.
Yeah,
Chris Tierfer.
Mm-hmm.
And you showed a picture of Chris Cuomo, and I didn't know who it was at the time. I'm like, who the fuck is this guy? And you're like, it's you said a Cuomo, and I was like, oh, the governor? And you're like, no, it's his brother.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know who he is, but he looks like a fucking pervert.
And then he was a pervert.
And then he was
Turns
a
out he
pervert.
is.
Yeah.
Turns out they both are.
So when I was going through it, I was like,
There's a YouTube comment out there that I made years ago that just fucking called him out, and it vindicated.
It's
felt
so
good about it.
It's so fucked. Like, okay, I am more anti-right than I am anti-left. I want to say that up front.
It's funny because I'm anti-left-handed people. You're
I was gonna say,
disgusting.
yeah.
You and Justin.
We used to force people to be right-handed. We used to have a proper country.
Right. And then started letting all these lefties
Just smearing shit all over
Imagine
the
the
paper.
first left-handed
That's
person.
the first left-handed person was just smearing shit, and they were like, "Get out of here!"
You grab your quill, and the guy, sets it on the right side, and the kid's like, he's like, no. We grab the quill, and the kid's like,
no, Jimothy, you are sleeping with the goats. Go join Timothy. I don't know.
Anyway, what were you gonna say?
Well, I was just gonna say that's so close to state media. Like to have
that was my main issue.
the
is, like,
governor,
he would go on TV and they would just pal around.
right? And you're like, this is so fucked. Like, it's equally fucked when like the nepotism of the former president is like they're like still interviewing all the Trump kids all the time on Fox and OAN and whatever, and they're like, "What are your thoughts on what?" It's like, why do we care now?
I understand what you're saying, but you don't have to be so conflicted with this because like
Both are bad.
He's got the Democrat or whatever next to his name, but it's fucking bullshit.
And Democrat is now like slightly right of center anyway.
Yeah. It's like a different flavor.
Yeah, it's literally like
it's the Cool
like,
Ranch.
It's like hard right and then like sort of right. And then
communists are the
and then Bernie Sanders
chili.
is Satan to all of them, which is proof that he's actually on the left.
Yeah, he's going like, Mom told me to say you don't even have spaghetti. Ugh.
Yeah, Mom says you don't know you don't like a sauce.
Exactly. Like, this guy is like getting old people murdered like by a disease and then just like sliding it under the carpet.
Yeah,
like, no one needs to know about that.
Yeah, I mean that's like when you see Kim Jong Nonek palling around North Korea, and they're like, "Oh, look, he's on a swing." And then, like, behind the camera crew is like thousands of starving people.
They're like,
this guy tamed the last unicorn on the planet.
they're taking a rock to break up their one rolled gold pretzel they get for the day.
Oh my god!
Okay, take your piece.
Hey, where'd you get that rock from?
So I got any sodium in it? I'm light. People are just licking rocks.
I mean, if you add enough MSG, it's pretty. Got the umami.
Wow.
MSG. You know what? I'm MSG is one of those like where it falls under like the sugar lobby like fucked with our diet so much that like it's in everything.
I want to start putting MSG on good shit.
MSG
like good things that are good for
It's
you.
incredible.
I was gonna say, you want to know what's crazy? Everything good has MSG.
Speaking of things that are good for you, what does Goggles have to say about it?
According to my calculations, MSG is a substitute for other things.
Salt.
It's a substitute for salt. So while it replaces the sodium, it also adds to the flavor. And as Mara alluded to, it's part of the umami of the dish. And when I eat it, I go, ooh, umami. Let me get some of that MSG.
Oh, Goggles.
I like if he's like a misogynist nerd. Misogynerd?
How is he misogynist?
Ooh, mommy, let me get some of that.
Okay. Good point. Yeah.
Or would that be womanizer?
Oh, horny.
I would say horny.
20.
He's a horny nerd.
Yeah.
Well,
He's an incel.
Oh, no. Goggles is an incel.
He's an incel. Oh, dude, we can do so many horrible things with him.
All right.
Yes.
Okay, you can think of something horrible, just tell me. Because text it to me, and then Goggles can say it.
Perfect. You know what's funny is I already know what Nando's going to sound like.
Nando's a sex worker. Showing off the goods as we speak.
Ooh, mommy.
Twerk, 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 twerk it out.
Oh!
And stuntman.
Nice.
Oh, we need more of those. Sex
you
workers.
know what's funny? So that lady that was saying like,
Can you say stunt person, please? We don't know his gender.
Well, I mean, I'm in charge of that.
ooh, nice. So the lady that was like, he's creeping me out. I was like, I can put his hood on. So I put the hood on him. Is he full Nelsoning himself?
Holy muff.
That's the SpongeBob photo where
This is how he
Look at the
makes
legs on that
money
hose hound. Oh my
for
word.
days. Get that nussy.
Can we take him to the shop and
dude, let me see that potassium.
Can we take him to the shop and
We just got like 2 shirt ideas.
add a sew line so that we can get more butt crack?
We need more. We need at least a taint.
Yeah, we need definition. Oh,
Stitch it in there.
that's so fucking great.
It'd be
You know when they made that too, they were like, nobody's going to do anything weird with this, right?
Oh, for sure.
And then we were like, yeah, actually, we're starting an OnlyFans. It's called Only Nans.
They're like, Jim, it already looks like a dick.
Dude,
I don't know, give him long legs.
We
Then.
got like 4 T-shirts or one episode.
Dude, I could make like a really great him posed like that with his face. He's still smiling at you.
Mm-hmm. It's a great smile.
Check out my potassium.
Mm-hmm. That's the one right there.
Yeet, yeet.
You could have check out my potassium, and you could have the back of Goggles' head tilted while he's going down, and then on the back of the shirt, you could show Goggles' head and the back of Nando's head, like Nando doing this and Goggles poking out, and then it could say "Ooh, mommy" underneath. That's called a
Gee whiz.
That's called. That's called, according to my calculations, that's called a 2-for-1.
I think it'd be fun to do Ooh Mommy. Like just him.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. I'm all about it.
Ooh Mommy. Although we know who the favorite is. Mara, I don't mean to alarm you, but he's right behind you.
Yeah, I was gonna say we don't need to. We're not gonna point the elbows, but he's got a tarp. What do we call? What is that? Is that a blanket?
Suck my horn, you fucking simps!
Oh,
Dude, Nando's gonna sit on that and spin.
This is great. You know what's funny is this is a cartoon. Like this is how writers do shit. Like they're just like, "Oh, my paper's gonna fuck your paper in the butt." Speaking of getting fucked in the butt, I saw the Eternals.
I gotta piss like a racehorse.
Yeah, you want to do a pee-pee? There's a Bible verse that says, and I will, like it talks about why God made the ocean. And it's so that my children can never go thirsty or something like that. And then it shows God as the salt
The salt day.
Throwing salt in there.
Dude, that guy rules. What a fucking king scammer.
Oh, the most. He is the based god.
Yeah, just scamming everyone out of money. Just all of their money.
Yeah.
Do you think he pulled the prices on the menu out of like a hat?
Yeah, I don't
He
know.
might have. I mean,
Just
some of
rolled
those.
20-sided die.
Well, and then you like see the people who like actually go,
Yeah.
and then you see the videos of the people like cutting the steaks at the table and like doing the salt thing,
Yeah.
you know? And even the people cutting the steaks are like, you can tell they're like, I fucking hate you so much. 'Cause,
Here's
like,
your steak wrapped in foil.
yeah, like have you seen the videos of that? Oh my god, it's hilarious. Like the how obnoxious they cut the steak and like the way they knock it over and then they like sprinkle the salt. And everyone's like, "Ooh." And you can tell the person's like, "Fuck you." It's Oh, that's a good one.
What did I miss? This one?
The famous Nusrat Salt Bay experience. Just like the flair he adds.
Experience.
We got Slamming Salt Bay in the building.
Wearing a turtleneck? Fuck you.
Nothing.
So it's like
$800.
Like, look at him cut it. Like, dude.
Is that the guy from Green Day?
It looks it's like 3 feet taller than that guy.
Oh, here it comes.
Dude.
Like a baby bird.
Yeah. Like, you can just see in his eyes, like, that's why he's wearing sunglasses.
I do like to have my salt filtered through someone's arm hair, though.
Yeah.
I was going to say.
A little bit of sweat.
Yeah. It's just so obnoxious. And, like,
You know how we were talking
ahead.
about Donnie Darko last week?
yeah.
You know the scene when Patrick Swayze is in his kiddie porn dungeon and he's crying?
Yeah, yeah,
Do you think he does the same thing? He goes home and he's like, I'm a real chef!
No, I think
No, I think
he's like he goes into his silo filled with coins and swims in it.
I was just gonna say he's Scrooge McDuck's every night.
That's a happy boy.
Dude. He literally watches the shittiest people in America walk through his doors, give him too much of their money,
Way too much money.
and then he goes home and sits in there way too much money and laughs.
Do you think he puts their money into a fleshlight and then fucks their money?
God, I hope so. Because like those steaks, those tomahawks that he's pulling out,
Mm-hmm.
it's like that's like you can buy one of those for like $65.
Yeah.
Like,
if he's grabbing them like that, they look cold.
what do you mean?
The tomahawk that he is serving these people.
Well, I'm sure that like in the cooking process or whatever, he lets them rest enough so that they don't.
Yeah.
Because that's the whole thing with like a well prepared steak is like it needs to rest for a certain amount of time.
Mm-hmm.
So it like goes under a heat lamp to like keep.
But it's
it
not like
warm.
rocket science. It's not like hundreds of dollars.
Right.
And
That's what I mean. It's like these people
gold foil doesn't cost anything.
Exactly. So like he's just charging them way too much money, and what they're paying for is the Salt Bay experience, but it's all a sham. And like, good. It should be.
It's a fake marriage?
Yeah. It's a fake.
Oh, you know he needs to get into NFTs.
Oh,
Dude.
Like the original one NFT. How
Dude,
much do you think that would go
if
for?
he sold one of him, oh my god.
As like a monkey for some reason.
Oh god, he would make a killing.
Or a lion.
Also, did you guys see the? Oh, go ahead.
I saw that South Park clip about NFTs.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
Very funny. They're in a restaurant because it's in the future.
Okay.
And they're in it's a Denny's combined with an Applebee's.
Yeah.
Combined.
I have seen that with
Something
Butters.
else. Yeah. And but this guy is giving a speech about NFTs. Like, we don't just sell food, we now sell NFTs. And this dude's like, what is it though? He's like, well, it's a digital something or other that you put into your digital wallet and you get to hold on to it until it grows in value. And he's like, what? And then the guy says it even more, and he's basically like, look, we need to feed these fat fucks NFTs. Okay, this is what we do now. And the manager looks like furious. He goes, it's fucking genius.
So, little NFT thing for you guys.
And then I have a question for you both.
Okay. So, back when I was working at not my previous company, but the company before that, it was a small business, and the owner was extremely wealthy, and he wanted to, like, he got into crypto, like, big time. And then he got all of us into crypto, and we all bought Bitcoin, and we all made a shit ton of money on Bitcoin. And I did the smart investing thing, I thought, and then kind of fucked myself. But whatever. So during this whole Bitcoin thing, he's like, I want, like, for an hour every day, I want you guys to, like, spend some time looking into, like, other investment opportunities, because I would love to, like, start building sort of like a pseudo investment firm out of this company. Like, we're essentially, like, we're farming crypto, but at the same time, we're also, like, farming other investment opportunities to, like,
Man, those people that made those crypto farms, they must have got so many copies of The Witcher.
We weren't mining. It was more just like he was like using the day trading version.
But you have seen those where it's like they have like a cave,
insane.
literally a cave full of them because the
Right.
temperature is cold enough.
Right.
God, I still don't understand. Crypto is a physical thing?
No, but there's a finite amount of each cryptocurrency. That's what gives it value.
But why? Because can't you just make it?
Yeah, you can make a new one if you want to. But like the value, it's all fake.
That's what I'm saying. Is
but it's the same value as like our money.
Yeah, or
It's
a
like-
tomahawk steak
Right.
from Salt Bay's
It's all
restaurant.
like it's all based on like perceived value. But anyway, so I found this little tiny company out of San Francisco that was this super novel thing that they were coming up with, which was it was on the blockchain, much like crypto. But they were going to make it so that you could have individual pieces of art on the blockchain. And I was like, this is fucking genius, because it creates that scarcity, because you can't replicate it.
Right.
Right. And I was like, dude, we got to get into this. Like, this is the company. We got to talk to these guys. And he's like, that's bullshit. Like, nobody's going to give a fuck about that.
Here we are.
So Justin was telling me
NFTs.
about how you buy a coin. You buy like a Bitcoin and you buy like a Batcoin or whatever the fuck.
Sure.
And people pay you to convert their Bitcoin into a Batcoin or some shit. Like there's a what's that called when you like currency exchange?
Yeah.
So there's like a currency exchange thing that you can do with Bitcoin or cryptocurrency too.
So there are. I'm going to sound like such a douche right now, but so there are people in the Bitcoin market that are referred to as whales, and
because they're fat as fuck.
Yeah, they're enormous. So the whales control such a high percentage, even though the mining process has gone so far that there's more Bitcoin like out and available than there once was. These whales have enough market share that they can actually fluctuate the value of the coin by like essentially it's basically insider trading, but it's not because it's on the blockchain. So whatever, blah, blah, blah.
What do their whale tails look like though?
Honestly, most of them go commando. But so what they'll do is they'll like coordinate a sell.
Ugh.
So they'll sell off or they'll short Bitcoin, right? Together as a group. And then everyone freaks out.
So these whales migrate together?
So but what they do, I shouldn't say short. They like bet high. They like keep betting to like make the price go up.
Dude, I hope their ringtones are like whale sounds.
Yeah. And then people will do like a mass sell-off because they're like, this is like, it's super high. You know, the price is so high, I'm going to make a profit, whatever. So they drive the price up and then people sell and then they buy up everything that people sold. So they just continue to take big chunks of the market share. And then what they do is for that conversion, like you were talking about. So when you're converting like Bitcoin to Ethereum or whatever.
Yeah, yes.
So the value of Ethereum will go up as you convert like a high value currency into Ethereum because you're getting more Ethereum than you have of like just in quantity of said individual coin or whatever. So like you'll sell one Bitcoin, you'll get 480 Ethereum or whatever. I don't know. That's not the actual conversion. But in doing that, you're like taking a bigger chunk of the market out. And so then it becomes more scarce. So the value goes up. So that's what people do is they manipulate their coin value to like essentially inflate the price of both. So like you get more Ethereum because Bitcoin.
But I mean, can you buy shit with either of those?
You can buy stuff with Bitcoin, but it's mostly like at first it was like only on the Silk Road. You could
Yeah,
like,
drugs.
Yeah, you could.
Fuck
you
yeah!
could buy like I don't know.
See,
like
and that's
you
Hitman.
buy like mescaline basically.
This
with
is
it.
how I'm gonna fund Relapse Island.
Which, by the way, we should do
mescaline
sometime. That'd be sweet. Do like peyote as a group.
Ah, you know,
Like for therapy purposes.
I was
I mean,
just talking about this today. How my uncle did a peyote trip with like a real like Native American shaman or whatever.
Vomit holes.
Yeah, the puke holes.
Yeah, that's like a thing, which is like so funny, but also like it makes a ton of sense. So you're just like,
My uncle's like, "Hey, what's this?" The Native American's like, "It's a vomit hole." You fucking white man.
yeah. Well, it was like back in the day when we didn't have washing machines and couldn't clean off our mucks. We we had to puke in these holes, see, because we didn't want to dirty our mucks.
Yeah.
But did you guys ever see the movie? Oh, dude, you were gonna ask something. I'm sorry.
The question of how you make a s'more came up today,
Okay.
and I'm curious as to your method of making s'more.
Sandlot version.
I forget the Sandlot version.
First, you take the gram. You stick the chocolate on the gram. Then, you roast the mallow.
No, it's my sleeping bag. That's mine.
When the mallow's flaming,
Yes, it is yours. It's like a yellow stain.
you stick it on the chocolate.
I'm gonna set the place
Then-
on fire, Ham.
You cover it with the other end.
Here, make me one of those. Yeah, me too.
Then, you scuff.
I don't like that chocolate.
Okay. See, so you just go like
How can I have some more of nothing? I haven't had anything yet.
Mm-hmm. That's a good question.
So Justin goes like mad amounts of chocolate, and then mallow, and then the Grammy Grams.
The real cheat code is to just skip the chocolate altogether and use either fudge stripe cookies
Oh,
instead
Wow,
of,
that's a hack.
or you just put a Reese's cup in there because
We all know you and Reese's cups. So.
because this is America and we.
holy shit!
Have you seen the meme of like it's a
Okay,
text chain? It's
so-
like, "Are you free Tuesday?" And then there's just an angry eagle meme, and then underneath it says, "Damn right, I'm free. This is America." It's so funny.
So the roasting of the mallow.
Yeah.
Are you like top of the flames, coals? Where are you at?
I'd say medium rare.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
kind of where I'm at. I stick that bitch way in there at first, and then I pull it out, and then I go on the coals because I like a nice. I don't like a char, but I like it to have a little bit of an ombre sort of.
Oh,
Is it
nice.
ombre is what I mean.
Ombre, yeah.
Yeah.
See, and I roast, right? I do coals, and then I take that layer of skin off, eat that shit,
Yeah.
and then I roast again because the mallow is usually so fucking big that it explodes your contraption.
Right.
So I make it a little smaller.
That's
and
a smart move.
I put a decent amount of fucking chocolate on there.
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
Like some people are like, let's just put 2 squares on there.
what is this, communist Russia?
Like
We
it
got chocolate to go around.
It got so bad, like at my parents, like because that's where. So like our family,
Yeah.
and my mom just started buying those giant fucking Hershey bars, and we would just.
Well, the real move is to get anything but Hershey's chocolate.
What?
Yeah, Crunch bars, Mr. Good bars, anything with a little bit of extra texture, because the Hershey's chocolate melts so quickly that
See,
it
that's
loses.
what I like.
Oh, see, I'm not a big.
Okay.
And then but then with the Reese's cup, you put the mallow right in the center of it, so it melts in, and you got a little bit of. It builds like a truss.
Yeah. What?
What are we looking at?
Yep, there we go.
Hey.
All right, this is what I'm thinking.
Okay.
Pretty standard. We have all the vegan ingredients, but the chocolate, Delta 8 chocolate.
That is also
genius.
a hack. But did you guys hear they're about to fucking make Delta 8 Schedule 1 with marijuana?
It's because they're synthetic in it.
It's so annoying.
This is the worst fucking country.
I will say that it sounds like the Biden administration is, which we've been hearing this for 30 fucking years. So I haven't been alive for 30 years, and the same shit they've been
His
saying.
fucking numbers are in the toilet.
Yeah,
He's got to do something.
but the way to get his numbers out of the
Is
toilet,
weed.
executive order.
Yeah. He can do it.
Everybody smoke away.
The funny thing is just talking about it. So just spreading the rumor that he might be
right.
pro, like, seems to raise. Because I remember the same shit with Obama.
Plus,
like,
people might go back to work if they can buy weed. Like,
Well-
now I need money to get weed.
Well, and on top of that too, it's like they're going to tax the piss out of it,
Oh yeah.
which sucks for the consumer, but
Depending on where the money goes.
it goes so that
The
we
military.
can. I was going to say so we can shoot more people. That's where it goes. It never doesn't go to that.
I know.
The money goes to our armed forces being able to make s'mores.
Holy shit!
Speaking of Reese's peanut butter cups, so Reese's has a massive line of shit now,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Fast Break, the pretzel thing, the Take 5,
Yes,
which has a bunch like Reese's
it's got
pieces,
like pretzels and
yeah,
like nudes. I think are in there.
all kinds of shit in there. And I like them all.
Yeah.
I recently saw Reese's Sticks because we were looking to get candy for.
Is that like Kinder Bueno, but it's like Reese's?
I'm gonna tell you.
Oh, thank God.
Okay, so Kim and I are getting candy for movie night. We're gonna watch Encanto, which
Oh,
is
yeah.
about the
Is it good?
Mexicans speaking Mexican to each other.
Is it good?
Yeah, I loved it.
Okay.
But so grabbing candies, and I'm like, the candy aisle at Target, it's too much.
Yeah.
Like there's massive bags, and I'm like, I need the fucking gas station wall of shit.
Right.
So we go to the front, and I see Reese's Sticks, but the box is empty. And I'm like, oh, that's interesting. So I go to the next aisle. Reese's box is empty. I'm like, what the fuck? Every single cashier all of the Reese's sticks are empty.
Meanwhile, there's some guy in the parking lot just like, yeah! There's a cart full of them.
So
There's like people sleeping at their house for 3 days to buy them.
I go to the self-checkout area, and there's a kid like tidying up. It's closed.
Yeah.
It's not available. And I go, hey, you hiding any Reese's sticks back there? And he goes, no, you go to one of the... I go, they're all out. And he goes, they're all out? I was like, yeah. And it was like I just ruined his night. And so for weeks, I would like go to a gas station and be like, oh, what if they have nothing? Constantly out. And the shell, finally, there was one left. I was like, it's my lucky fucking day. 230 calories straight to the dome.
Sorry.
So,
You made me laugh.
I'm okay. But so it's
Is that Reese's protein powder?
yeah,
Sauce.
the sauce. Yeah.
Oh, God.
Mayonnaise.
Yeah, yeah. Great for chicken.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That I guess yeah.
I didn't think of that yet.
But yeah. So it's like a Reese's peanut butter wafer.
Oh, I've
I've had these.
Yeah. But not as a Reese's.
It's like a nutty bar.
Yeah, that's all it is.
So it is like a nutty bar, but it's like a richer nutty bar. And I was like, is the hype really? And as soon as I took a bite of the first one, I was like, it is. I get it. I fucking get it now.
Did you see the new cup that they're doing?
Did you see the brownie one that they do?
No.
Oh,
The
that
Reese's
one's like
cup.
360 calories.
Yeah, I don't care.
Look up Reese's cake.
Oh my God.
Oh, dude.
Please come up with a picture of somebody who's a stripper and his name
Yeah.
is Reese's. Trying to see some of that cake.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So fucking good, dude.
2 cakes.
Yeah,
That looks-
you get 2 cakes.
That looks really good for you.
Yeah.
But they have one with chips in it now.
What?
Yeah. Look up Reese's potato chip or whatever.
Dude, this is the content that America wants.
Yeah, dude.
S'mores and Reese's rants.
We're going to have to do a tier list just for Reese's products.
Oh, I could get behind that.
Yeah.
Actually, I would let that get behind me.
There you go.
Yeah. There you go.
Oh, yeah, it's the... I think I found it. With potato chips.
Whoa.
Literally potato chips in it.
So it's in the big cup, which I love the big cups.
Yeah,
They're
big
great.
cup. More peanut butter.
Some more peanut
I
butter.
want to dip it in strawberry jam.
Oh my God.
I just had that.
Specifically the strawberry jam from McDonald's.
Interesting.
Very good. Too much sugar.
I prefer my jam.
That's just jam.
From migrant workers. So
What's the difference between grape jelly and grape jam? Or what's the difference between jelly and jam?
give it to me.
I can't jelly my finger in your ass.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Good old fashioned street jokes.
I would recommend it, though, if you're going to do anal. A little bit of jelly.
Yes.
Yes.
We talked.
Specifically the one made by Kai.
You guys ever wonder what's going on in my brain?
Oh,
Okay.
yes! What did brain do? This is my favorite segment on
I
the
was
show.
This is Impossible Edition.
Oh, fuck yeah.
So just get ready.
I'm so excited.
So this is the expert level with no
Yeah.
cheat codes.
It's so cryptic.
Wait, Lion Queen?
So we know this is Nala from The Lion King.
Okay.
And what would we call this in this context?
Engagement.
ring?
That's what it is,
Okay.
but we're looking for a play on words.
Wait. Is this Naziquine ring?
You're on the right path. That song is involved here.
Is there a Blood Diamond reference?
No.
Okay.
So, well, I mean, what's the title of the song?
Circle of Life. Mm-hmm. Circle of Wife?
Yes.
Wow, very good.
I mean, she had to feed us.
I know, but kinda.
All right.
Al Rooker.
Al Rooker. That was
Nice.
actually an easy one. I'm glad you got that.
I was gonna say thanks.
You're welcome.
Pleasure noises.
I'm gonna let you absorb this one.
Oh, Blumpkin.
A Blimpkin.
A Blimpkin.
Teamwork.
I'm so happy this is actually working out.
Dude, the fucking mochi dick. A trans wreck?
Trainwreck.
Tran wreck.
Yeah.
Dude, really good.
Dude, these are fucking great.
These are so good.
A Gary Pro?
No. That's kind of a red herring. The fact that it's Gary.
Oh, okay.
He's just a cool snail.
Snail cam?
Nope.
Fuck.
I like it.
A pervert? Because he looks like he's looking up someone's
It's actually a food.
What?
Escort GoPro.
Escar GoPro.
Whoa! Nice, dude.
Thank you.
Escar GoPro. So wait. What is escargot?
Snails.
It's snails.
Cooked snails.
Is that what?
Gotta tell you.
Fucking French eat.
Gotta
Yeah.
tell you, it's actually really good. I love escargot.
Holy shit. Okay, what's this guy's name again?
I don't remember.
Fuck.
His name's Max Rebo.
That's what it
Rebo.
is, Max Rebo.
But this is a movie poster that I've pasted him on.
I'm trying to think of.
It's a movie starring Emilio Estevez that came out in the mid '80s about cars that come
Max
to life.
Rebo Man?
Nope, it's not Repo Man. Nope.
Damn it.
But this like truck comes to life and obviously it causes mayhem.
So wait, Emilio Estevez was in 2 movies where there's like magical car.
Quite the career.
I
It's
love
not
shit
Christine, but
No,
because that's also about a car that
Yep.
comes to life.
I think it was like all cars. It was like a whole bunch. I can't remember exactly.
Oh man, I don't know.
like that. Okay,
Just let me know if you're gonna tap out.
I'm
Max
tapped.
Rebo. Maximum Rebo?
Close.
Fuck.
Do you know the movie?
I think so.
Figure out the movie.
Is
That'll
it
help.
Maximum Pain?
No,
Is it Maximum Overdrive?
it is. How can we combine those two things?
Maximum Rebo Drive?
Maximum Rebo Overdrive.
Ah!
Damn it.
It's a cute little boy there. This was a bust that I wanted to buy. That I
Also-
cut up.
Also, we gotta take a second after this to just go back and watch Max Rebo and the gang absolutely crushing jazz tunes in Jabba's palace. Dude, we watched that the other day and I was like, these are all bangers.
I got one more, and it's actually the one I'm most proud of.
Ooh, fuck. Okay, I'm gonna take a leap here.
Okay.
And guess that this is a tie.
She is Ty.
Okay.
Ben Shapiro's Nightmare.
Yeah. Oh, yes, and she is trans.
Right.
She's gorgeous. Taifu?
No. That one's fun, though.
Oh, like tofu.
Right, yeah.
Good God,
Yeah.
my brain. If we did
right,
a what
that's
that
vegan,
brain,
isn't it?
we
Yeah.
did a what that brain do with me. It's just the monkey with the symbols.
That's a Homer Simpson joke.
Yeah, it is.
All right.
Uh,
Not a Simpsons fan over here. Okay. I was watching Northern Lion, and I'm like, dude, Alex has to watch The Simpsons just so he can get the references.
yeah, I'm sure there's
that's
so
funny.
many Simpsons references that I miss out on. Because, like, I don't know, dude. I fucking love that guy. He does a whole tier list of all the I think you should leave sketches. Have you seen that show, by the way? I think you should leave.
That was like
In tandem.
him, Greg, or me, Greg? You're both named Greg? No, that's why I'm so confused.
Dude, season 2 is so good.
I know. I need to fucking
It's
barrel
so
through
good.
that. I started watching Supernatural.
And
We'll talk about that
Okay.
after I
Yeah,
figure
yeah,
this
yeah.
biatch out. All right, it's
I literally don't know.
it's a Tegan,
No.
a trans oil, trans fat.
No. It's like a Thailand specific term.
Okay, so it's Ladyboy, but it's I don't know how to fit vegan in there.
I know.
It's funny because tofu is very close. What's tofu made out of?
I have no idea.
Oh, you don't? Do you know? It's a bean.
Is it soy?
It is.
Oh,
It's a lady soy boy.
Lady soy.
Oh,
lady soy.
Yeah.
Nice.
very good, very good.
Dude, I could fucking do this all day.
These are
easily my favorite part.
and I
now.
imagine that you have a lot of fun making them, Mara. So like,
Yeah, they're fun.
I had an idea for one today. I need to start fucking making them.
Yeah, go for it.
Especially now that it's so much. It actually is easier in fucking Procreate.
In Procreate, you just I did that like right before I came here. I just churned those out.
I don't have an iPad. I'm a poor. One of those poors.
Hey, Alex, how do you know other poor people?
There's enough generations now where they're pretty cheap.
I suppose.
Yeah.
Because mine was like a couple $100.
I never really have had like the desire to get one. I just want a PC so bad.
Well, once Super Auto Pets hits the iOS,
I'm gonna
boom,
be I'm
iPad time.
I am gonna
Toilet
be on cloud.
Auto Pet.
Oh,
I
that
was
just
gonna
gave me
say.
a fucking idea for one.
That's what I'm trying to
Write it down.
I'm trying to do really well at my job now.
Oh,
as
did you
soon
guys
as it
notice
comes
anything
up-
different about my face, by the way?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like the double stud. But I haven't seen it up close, so I'm not actually quite sure what they are.
It hurts so fucking bad because
Well, yeah, they had to use a staple gun.
I have a thick nose, so he did the the thicker part 1st.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
You don't really have what do they call these? Nostril, but like
Hebrew knuckle.
well, like so
that's
I have like very pronounced nostrils. You do not.
It's all internal, so it's
Well,
there's a
that's what
lot
I'm
of-
saying. So I'm assuming that you've got
Yeah, yeah.
that's where some of the thickness comes from.
Yeah. It's,
I had-
Brendan Schaub up in these nostrils.
I had kind of a pierced nose. What happened was inside of my nose, I had an ingrown hair. You know where I pulled it out of? The outside of my nose. I thought it was a blackhead.
That is fascinating.
Yeah, and it hurt like if I
was
would touch my
gonna say,
nose, it would hurt.
My eyes are watering right
yeah,
now.
and I'm like, what is wrong with my nose? Do I have nose cancer? And eventually I'm like, oh, it's a blackhead. And I'm like, well, why doesn't it ever come out? And like I got in there with a tweezer and this long ass hair came out. It was so gnarly.
I've always wanted one of those. Like a real ingrown hair, just because I want the satisfaction of like fucking right, and then like fucking guitar a little while, and then keep pulling.
It is pretty cool.
It blew my mind. I was so flabbergasted.
Well, and then what do you do after that too? You're like, is my whole day shot? Do I go
felt-
buy a lottery ticket?
There was relief, you know?
Yeah.
I was like, fine.
Oh, I can't even imagine the pressure that would relieve. Because
Like,
it's your
just the-
whole nose.
Yeah,
is
just
fucked.
like it was kind of up here, just a little tap on it. It hurt.
Oh my god.
If I lay the wrong way. It's no good.
Shit. Now I forgot. What were we just
Supernatural.
talking about? Oh yeah, Supernatural. Thank you. Okay, so I'm on a kick of watching like supernatural type of shit, right?
Yeah.
Vampires and
Yeah.
like
yeah,
I
yeah,
watched
yeah.
Van Helsing, which that series is fucking dope. I like it. It's
Is that
post-apocalyptic.
That's a guitar player. Died recently.
Yeah. Rip.
He did rip.
is that Hugo Weaving in that? Is it actually?
No.
Oh, I don't. Why did I think that?
Hugh Jackman.
Oh, is he in that?
Hugh Jackman is in the.
I don't know why I
The
thought
movie.
Hugo. I don't know why I thought Hugo Weaving was the star of Van Helsing as a movie.
No. It's very funny who the Dracula is in Van Helsing.
Isn't this a cartoon?
So there's like so many, right?
Yeah.
The one that I watched is a post-apocalyptic version of. So like these two volcanoes go off, and it blocks the sun. So now all these
Nuclear winter. Well, not nuclear winter.
They
volcanic
portray
winter.
vampires as like heroin addicts because it's actually really fucking hard for them to get a human without
because
being
everyone.
caught.
Yeah.
So it was like fascinating to see that, and then it just goes full Walking Dead. But so I watched that, and I'm like, I need some more of that. So I'm like looking around, and I see some shit that's like, it's okay. I start watching Legacies. Have you heard of that? So I was watching it, and I was like, this is pretty dumb. So I'm fast forwarding through like because it's like X-Men meets like Twilight and all this other shit. There's werewolves, witches, and vampires.
Oh my.
And they all go to this school, and there's this guy who doesn't have powers, but he's like, I want to protect you special kids. And there's like love interests and all
Is it
this
Patrick
shit.
Swayze?
It's pretty fucking weird. And so like there's so much dumb shit, and I'm fast forwarding through all the dumb shit, and then I see like Netflix does the You Might Also Like, and it's True Blood and something else, and I'm like, why do the titles all look the same? And I find out that Legacies is a spinoff of True Blood, and I'm like, that's why I can't fucking stand this shit. God damn it. So I'm like, all right, you know what? I rip through season after season, and I'm always complaining there's only one fucking season of this thing, right? So I'm like, Supernatural, there's 15 fucking seasons. It's problematic right out of the gate. Like,
So excited.
Because it started it so long ago, right?
Right? Yeah.
Starring Henry Lee Lucas.
So the two dudes, I love them. They're great. I forget their names, but
Greg,
you know.
Greg and
Isn't
Steve.
it super and then natural?
yes.
What's up? I'm Nat.
Sam,
Sup?
Sam and
So, dude.
something. They basically are the Suddids.
That's a solid.
But so they're trying to find their dad because their mom was killed by some supernatural fucking thing, and the dad was like, well, I swear to Jesus fucking Christ, we're gonna find that thing. And so he starts training his kids from like the age of 4.
And then one day he confessed to 300 murders.
Just going full Shang-Chi on him.
Yeah, yes, exactly. So, but one day they lose track of dad, and so now they got to go out and find dad. And along the way,
They
there's
lose track of dad is such a funny sentiment.
And they didn't
Right?
have the GPS tag on him.
and that's the
Where's
other,
the air tag on dad?
Where the fuck did dad go?
there's still flip phones. There's like all
Yeah.
these things. It's very funny, and they're Scooby-Dooing their way to find dad because they're solving mysteries along the way. There's this one town that they stop in.
How the fuck did dad get so far away?
I know. I don't.
He
It's
just went
insane.
full Cuba Gooding Jr., just hopped in a shopping cart and just went down a hill for 70 miles.
So he disappears, and they're trying to find him, and they go to this town where there's a spirit in this lake that's murdering people, and this lady has lost her husband, and immediately the older brother is hitting on this new widow, and she just has a cheery disposition about it. She's like, "Oh, you'll have to get close to my son first, who's recently fucking basically orphaned." And he's like, "I can do that." And so
I'm gonna fuck you.
he gets close to the kid who helps solve the mystery. But then, before the mystery's over, you find out that it's the dad, this mom, her father's fault that this fucking spirit is, Caspering around and killing people. And he fucking dies. Right? So, two family members gone. Before these guys leave, she makes them food to go. Yeah? Makes the son go and say, "Hey, go say thank you." He's like, "Thanks, I'm traumatized as fuck.
You killed my dad.
I watched my dad and my grandpa die via drowning by a ghost. But I'm also cool with my mom kissing you on the mouth for some reason. And she's like, have a safe trip. What fucking world would that happen in? So insane.
Well, it's super,
My dad
it's
died.
supernatural.
My husband died.
It's 2005, man.
This sounds like they just wanted to make a teen dramedy out of the X-Files.
Yeah, it basically is that.
Is it kind of like Buffy?
It is kind of Buffy-ish. Yeah, it's got a smidge of buff.
Is it like that movie that Mara told us to watch that only I watched?
The Craft?
Yeah. Great movie.
It's
so good.
Yeah.
I loved that movie.
I saw the sequel popped up in my you should fucking watch this, you loser. But I didn't watch it.
I was going to say, be nicer to yourself.
Oh, and I started Peacemaker.
How is?
So fucking funny, dude.
Is it? Dude.
Holy shit. There's a scene where John Cena dances in his underwear. And
how's he looking?
He has such a weird... He's bordering Hulk Hogan, right? How he appears to be jacked as fuck, but there's something going on in the tummy region that I just can't figure out.
It's called being in your 40s.
It's the insulin response.
Look up John Cena underwear. Or Peacemaker underwear.
Is that like, so just bookmarks?
Oh, you know what's funny? You've bookmarked 2 things that I've...
A lot of dick-related stuff, yeah.
That I've purchased. Okay. So...
yeah, a little bubble gut, right?
Oh, dude, yeah, he's got the turtle shell going on.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That's like an insulin response. It's from HGH.
If you go like the top left one... Nah, it's not a very good one. There we go. It's great. Like, he's very funny. He has a pet eagle named Eagly.
Oh, that's why his hair is like that.
Oh my god, and his dad is the evil Terminator, the liquid one.
Really?
Yeah. And he is full, like...
God, that was 30 years ago. So he's up there, huh?
Yeah.
It's like 60 now.
Yeah. He plays the worst dad, and John Cena's like desperately looking for his approval. They're eating dinner together. The bald eagle is sitting next to them while they're eating dinner. And he's like trying to get his dad to be happy. And he's like, oh, Dad, you'll get a kick out of this. I went on a mission with a guy who's afraid of rats. Look at him. He looks like he took evil Botox.
That guy, I swear that guy was in the X-Files.
Maybe. But his character is racist, misogynist. Like, he says some outlandish things. Holy fuck, we haven't ripped Bob Saget.
Why are we... Oh, R.I.P. I was like, why would we rip a dead man?
That's what he would have wanted.
That's true. Although the greatest roast moment ever of him is when Norm Macdonald is like, in all seriousness, Bob Saget is the first person I ever saw do comedy live, and I just really love him. And a lot of people in this industry, you know, look at it as so cutthroat, and they don't like to see other people succeed because it means that they're not succeeding. But Bob's like one of the few that really wants everyone to succeed and really wants everyone to achieve their dreams. And I love him so much. And it pans over and Bob Saget's crying. And then Norm's like, thank you. And then they go hug each other. And Bob gives him the cutest hug I've ever, like, full blown head to chest.
Can we see it? Do you think it's out there? But so a lot of people, very few people know this because I haven't really talked about it much. But Bob Saget, when I found out that he was such a fucking filthy human being,
Comic
human being.
Yeah, but like you make it sound like he was behind the scenes of Full House just diddling all the kids.
Well, no, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't think filthy equates to pedophilia, though.
You're right.
You know what I mean?
You're right, but
like Jim Norton is a filthy human being.
Yeah.
Dave,
I would say crass.
Dave Attell.
Yeah.
Absolute filthy human beings. Oh, he was?
I fucking knew it.
You got it.
I'm incredible. Holy piss ass.
Piss ass.
2 seasons.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Near the end there, which I heard it's not rated well. But
Oops. But yeah, so when I found that out, because who's the guy in Curb Your Enthusiasm?
Salt Bay!
the fuck was
The
that?
Salt Bay video is still up. Who's the guy in Curb? Jeff Garland?
Jeff Garland. There we go. One of my favorite things, like, is Jeff Garland was like, he had never met Bob. And He was so excited to meet him. He's like, I'm such a huge fan. And Bob's like, yeah. Your mother's vagina is so dry. And just immediately starts ripping him a new one. And it's like, God. It was... So when I found that out, and he made faux March of the... Faux of the Penguins or something
March
like
of
that.
the Penguins? You cut the best part of the video?
What the fuck?
Oh my God, there's a special place in hell.
Fuck you all and suck my $100 million cock.
Well, there we go. I mean, that's just it. Rest in peace.
I mean, did you guys watch the Bob Saget's The Dirtiest Joke?
Oh no.
It's incredible. So it's like every comic of like the 90s, it was all of their favorite joke that he did, because it's this horrific setup for the simplest joke, and most of the time people didn't even catch it.
Well, let's pull it up.
I don't know if there's any footage of him actually doing it. He's trying to describe it in this documentary. But so yes, this is the thing that I
around
want.
this great country, maybe in Vegas. It's kind of like Cirque du Soleil, but more like Jerk du Soleil, because that's what they're going to do to each other. They walked in this guy's office, and the agent goes, well, what do you people do? And the father's like...
This is The Aristocrats.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a whole movie.
The joke is a whole movie?
Yeah.
Like they made a movie out of a joke?
Mm-hmm.
What?
So, what they did is they went, it's a Penn and Teller movie. They went around and they asked comedians to tell their version of The Aristocrats. Oh. So they all do the joke, which everyone who does it, it's different based on what they want to do. And they all have the same punchline, where it's like, they ask, what do you call it? And it's always The Aristocrats.
No shit.
And it's absurd to call something that's so foul The Aristocrats. But it's always like whoever the comedian, like, yeah, and came out in 2005. So there you go. It's going to be absolutely problematic too. 2005.
Oh yeah. I'm super excited. So Mighty Cheese.
Oh, you can watch it on YouTube apparently.
And then it switches the
Oh, and they translate it in Portuguese.
hammer. It's just, here we go, folks.
You have stretched yourself when you're doing it right on making it as horrific as you can. And bam, bomb them with as polite a title as you can.
The Aristocrats.
The aristocrats.
The Aristocrats.
What?
I've heard the joke, but I don't remember what was so bad. I remember that I fainted.
Pendulette?
That joke's been around. The Aristocrats is always like a classic.
In fact, they told it on, I think it was a Nina or the Pinta or the Santa Maria when Columbus was crossing the ocean.
I think Lincoln told me. I'm not quite sure.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? Oh wow, I'm super
Of all
fucking
the jokes
excited.
to do a documentary about, you chose this one.
What do we got here? Just checking in with his
Oh
monitor.
my God,
Sorry.
I didn't even notice that. I just thought it was
I thought it was a mini fridge.
thought it was a giant paperweight.
I think John Belushi and some others, they had this coven of people who would tell this
You know who
joke
that is,
over and
right?
over again.
Chevy Chase supposedly used to have parties.
Oh my
And the
God, is
criteria
that
was
Tobey
that
Maguire?
mom
That is
Look
the
at that
best
Mac.
fucking computer of all time.
dog, and you had to talk with some combination of that without repeating yourself. If you repeated yourself, you were out.
The idea was that we got to break a half an hour. You know, we got to make this joke last more than a half an hour. And I don't know whether they ever did. Apparently, O'Donohue came close, but died in the attempt.
Is that fucking...
Not well known.
Holy shit, he's young.
I know.
Did it for 90 minutes once. It's the only joke I know.
Because they must have filmed it in like 03, 04.
I'm always shocked when people don't know this joke. It is a pervasive joke.
It was a burlesque kind of a joke. It had
Yeah, highly recommend watching.
Yeah, so Saget's version is just horrific. And they all talk about it.
Mhm.
So they're all like, but Bob, the way that he did it. And yeah, his punchline for the thing, because then he's like, they're calling me, I gotta go. And you're like,
Oh.
wait, you didn't finish the joke. and then somebody explains like you think that there's more to the joke, but there isn't. He already gave you the punchline, which is that the son is cockeyed. Which, so when you watch it, it's so fucking brutal.
It's like a whole other layer deep.
Yeah. But so back to like my infatuation with Bob was like hearing how like revered he was and how loved he was, and he could still say whatever the fuck he wanted. That like just spoke to me so much. And so I always like kind of like followed his stuff throughout the years, and especially his special was fantastic, the last one.
What was it? Is that on HBO?
It's on YouTube.
Yeah. For
oh,
Freezies.
Dad's Dirty Jokes. No.
Oh, you're talking about his special?
Yeah.
I think it was on Netflix. Oh, no, Amazon Prime.
Okay. Because I'll have to watch that. I haven't seen it.
It's great. I loved it.
It's a new one, right?
Newish. I mean, he looks like what he looked like towards the end.
Right.
But yeah, he was so like Kim told me as we were watching the first episode of the Book of Boba Fett, we're in the middle of the episode, and she goes, Bob Saget died. And I'm like, fuck, man. How am I going to... She's like, oh, no, we finished the... How am I... I'm depressed.
Yeah. I'm so in the pain already now.
Yeah. I just loved like how... Yeah, because I've never been able to like articulate... And it was like maddening. Like, I care, but I'm disgusting.
Yeah.
And so I need you to like trust me that I may say fucked up shit, but like there's no malice behind it.
Right.
And so yeah, I did some crying because I was like, God damn it, that was my guy. That was the one example that I would have is like, but like everybody on Full House cast, like no matter how gross he was in between scenes and stuff, like he was just the best person. And did you see that shit with Pete Davidson?
Mm-mm.
So he was helping Pete Davidson through some shit, like would check in with Pete and his mom, and like would just, was always checking, like making sure that his mental health was okay because he was going through some shit. And like,
damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he used to, I think there's another comic talks about, like he got a text from Bob that was just like, who was the comic?
Chappelle?
No.
Do you know that one though?
No.
So he got a text.
Oh, it was Randy Rainbow. Like Bob reached out to Randy Rainbow and was like, hey, I was just like with my daughter in the car and we heard this song and like I immediately thought of you, and I was like Randy has to do a cover of this.
Wow.
So he like sends a super long text, and then at the end it just says like XO Bob. And then Randy posted it that day, and he was just like, I have to do this now. So
holy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chappelle got a text from him like a couple hours before he passed. And he, like, you could tell, like, it fucks with him that he didn't respond. He was I think he's in the belly room, and he tells a little story about like, he's like, that should just go to show you, like, he was here 1 minute and then gone the next, and I could have had a last word with him, and I didn't.
That's so fucked. And like, I don't know. I didn't look into it. How did he die?
Natural causes. I mean, he wasn't the healthiest eater, I guess they were saying.
Well, I've seen in Bumpin' Mics, I've seen him house a Rubens. So,
the Rubens.
Have you ever seen Bumpin' Mics?
Mm-mm.
My God,
so good.
That's like comedy at its most pure.
Dude, them finding out that Paul Rudd is just in the crowd.
Yeah. When
so
fucking Bruce
funny.
Willis is there.
Oh yeah.
And they're like, Bruce, come up and play your harmonica. And I'm like, what? But yeah, so it's Dave Attell and Jeff Ross, who are like best friends, do a show together called Bumpin' Mics, where they basically just like tell jokes and then fucking roast the hell out of each other. And then if someone has a good one, the person who got roasted will like hold their mic out and then they just bump mics and then they just keep talking. And there's like a 3-part special on Netflix of it, and it's like it's so pure because it's two comics basically just riffing off each other, and not doing any of it for the audience. Like they don't give a fuck about the audience.
Yeah.
And the audience is having an amazing time. Because like Gilbert Gottfried's there, but he's just like sitting like off stage, and they're like, Gilbert's here, and Gilbert's like, like doing the Gilbert face, and
you could tell like he's getting up in age, and like it reminded me of like walking your really old grandpa around. Like he's kind of slow, and I don't know if I should eat that, but I'm gonna fucking eat that.
Yeah, he's like, this is like, how do you eat this whole thing? And they're like, we're hungry. Like, I don't. Oh, Dave.
But yeah, I mean,
Dave's another one though.
Yeah.
Similar. Like, you hear nothing but amazing things about Dave Attell.
And Jeffrey Ross.
Yeah.
Jeffrey Ross is constantly helping people out.
Have you seen the video that he posted the other day with him and John Mayer?
No, I heard about it.
He's in the car with John Mayer, Jeff Ross is. And he goes,
I mean, Mara, do you think we could
what do you need?
The video of John Mayer
just
and
look
Jeff
up
Ross.
John Mayer, Jeff Ross.
Because I heard about it. They went and picked
TikTok.
up his car, right?
Yeah, but it's like it's just a quick TikTok.
What was I supposed to find?
It's just a funny,
beautiful.
I know, but it's the video I was looking for is very funny and not sad. But it's Jeff Ross is like, do you think people are driving past us? Like, what are Johnny Depp and Pitbull doing in that car?
Okay.
Also, how fucking rad is John Mayer?
Yeah.
How many drugs has that guy done?
I was gonna say
So
that's
many.
a lot of drugs.
That guy's sleeping over at the pharmacist.
He did the.
He clearly didn't listen to TLC. By the way,
I was gonna say he did the peyote
That's true.
before we did for sure.
Because what did TLC teach us?
Don't chase him.
Don't go chasing the waterfalls.
Why would you chase him?
John Mayer.
Also, they told us
Creep.
we don't want
Yeah.
scrubs.
Also, John Mayer, quit nutting in people. Jesus Christ.
Does he have a lot of kids?
Apparently, that's just his thing. He's always like nuts inside of somebody, and he goes, "I'm John Mayer." Heard it from two different sources.
That was a little like weird for me because I swear I haven't seen that guy since like Chappelle's show. Oh my God.
He's been around. They pops up from time to time.
That's right. That person exists.
Isn't that cool? Like that he's just everyone's friend.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Hey, John, you want to come with us?" Huh? Yeah.
You got a fast car. Anyway.
So my experience was literally like loved Full House, watched it whenever it was on, and then Would You Suck Dick for Weed? Right after that in Half Baked.
Oh,
and then wasn't he in Dumb and Dumberer?
Never saw that.
It was bad. Very
You
bad.
couldn't pay me to go.
My favorite line from that.
But I have seen what you're talking about. Wasn't it? He's like, there's shit everywhere.
And he's going, "Do you want me to say poop or shit?" I could do either. It's like this behind the scenes thing. So there's poop everywhere or shit, right? Such a funny dialogue to be like, Bob, we're gonna go with poop. You sure?
Well, that's like, it's sometimes poop's funnier. Like Billy Madison is probably the best example of that. They pointed out
shit poop.
He called the shit poop. Oh, it's poop again. I used to say that all the time because like
That is a very good bit.
like in the spring, like in the winter when I was growing up, we didn't pick up the dog shit in the yard, and then in the spring we had one big day of picking up all the dog shit, and so every time I'd scoop up a new pile of poop, I'd go, "It's poop again."
Don't tell me my business, devil woman. I used to say that all the fucking time. But a good, okay, so like the one funny line from that movie, right?
The one?
Horrible.
Dumb and Dumberer.
Oh. I
One
thought
good
you
line.
meant from Billy Madison. I'm like,
Terrible movie. It's basically a younger version of what they did in the first film.
yeah.
So it's terrible.
Yeah.
But there's a point where like Jeff
Dunham.
no,
Ross.
Daly? I don't know.
Daniels.
Whatever. Daniels, yeah. Jeff Daniels' character is like connecting with the love interest before Jim Carrey's younger version of himself. And so
Lloyd Christmas.
Lloyd Christmas, there we go. So Lloyd Christmas and him are sitting in a jacuzzi and he
I forgot what Harry's last name
Harry,
is.
there we go.
I forgot what his last name is.
So Harry's trying to play off that there's this anything going on between him and this girl. And Lloyd goes, yeah, chicks are for fags. It's so wonderfully stupid.
Oh, that's good.
It was the only thing that I found funny in there. But beyond that, awful.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's a sad note, but same time next week.
Dude.
Absolutely.
Dude. Yeah, absolutely.
Dude, absolutely.